Hello, I'm Jay Bowman, Managing Director of Research at FMI, and I'd like to thank you for your interest in this, our fourth quarter forecast of construction spending put in place for 2018. As we look at total construction in Canada over the last several years, when we compare 2018 to 2017, we saw about a 3% increase in total construction spending, putting us just shy of about $260 billion for the year. As we start to look forward going into 2019, we see a continued pattern of that roughly 3% or somewhere right around the historical rate of inflation over time. This may not be as exciting as the double-digit growth that we experienced in the mid and early 2000s, but considering some of the challenges that we face across the nation, whether it's interest rates, slumping oil and gas prices, or even some of the trade uncertainty, a sustained growth of 3% is actually not a bad thing. As we turn our attention now to more of a granular look in terms of the segments and what's going on from a construction perspective there, when we look at the residential construction indicated by this top line and the non-residential buildings or the middle line, both of those are squarely in that 3% growth that we were suggesting for the total construction spending across Canada. The non-building segment, though, however, is growing at a much faster rate at 5% over the next year. That's really being led by two segments, water supply and power. Both of these segments really have several major projects planned or in development over the next several years which will drive that, and power in particular may have a dozen of these mega projects, what we define as projects valued over $1 billion, planned over the next several years. Understanding that construction at the end of the day is a local business, let's take a look at where we see the spending occurring and where is the growth anticipated as well. From a spending perspective, Ontario still represents roughly 45% of the forecast construction spending in 2019 and even over the next 2 to 3 years thereafter. But from a growth perspective, we really see the majority occurring in Quebec, growing at an impressive 7% in 2019. This is obviously driven by a strong labor market, but also very strong public sector spending. Again, I'd like to thank you for your interest in this, our fourth quarter forecast of construction spending put in place for 2018. You can download the full report at our website at www.fminet.com. And as you move into the next year and look at your own aspirations and what you would like to accomplish as a business, I encourage you to contact one of our management consultants or investment bankers to talk about the forecast and what it means for your business specifically.